It doesn't matter who or why or how. Chrissy Kramer doesn't try to figure out any of those oh-so-important factors. She needs to act instead of waiting and thinking and hoping, because there's no time. There's no time, and she has to save them, Ben and Reggie. The gunman stormed off the elevator on the 48th floor of Hawk Esposito and Associates, the law firm with some of the best attorneys in Boston. She saw him with the rifle and the ammunition belt and the resolute expression. She knows he won't listen, won't talk, won't reason. He's on a mission, and she can't let it happen. It's not that she's particularly brave or has a hero complex or wants to risk her life or die. No, she doesn't want to die. But she'll make an exception this time. She won't hide under a desk or behind a wall or in a supply closet. She won't hope that someone else will step up. No one else is willing or has as much to lose. Of all of them, everyone in the building, she's the most expendable. She's the most messed up. She's the one no one wanted. Thrown out of her home when she became pregnant while a senior in high school. A single parent with a beautiful boy named Ben. No, not a boy. A teenager now. Chrissy knows her worth. It wasn't until her son, but he's in danger now. This is all her fault after all. Ben shouldn't even be here. She'd allowed him to visit after school for months, taking advantage of Reggie's unexpected indulgence and selfishly wanting him near. Coming out of the restroom though, she saw Frank Hogan striding down the hallway, shooting each person he saw, ignoring the screams and whimpers. He's a disgruntled former client, someone who lost everything, even though Reggie fought hard for him in court. Chrissy recognizes his hopelessness, despair, disregard for anything other than his endgame, killing Reggie Esposito, the one who lost him everything. He has no money, no home, no family, no reason to live. Chrissy worked on his file, remembers the wariness of Reggie's face, the second guessing and the endless research. A pro bono case, a white knight's crusade, but the knight came back from the fight bloodied and bruised, and now the knight must be saved. The floor is a labyrinth of hallways and offices. Chrissy uses that to her advantage by running down a parallel hallway to get to Reggie's office before Hogan arrives. She pulls Ben out of his seat, startling him since he has his headphones on and is engrossed in a book. As he squawks in surprise, she opens the door to Reggie's office and shoves him inside. Music blares from the headphones as they slide off his head and fall to the ground. His eyes widen when he hears the screams. "What's going on?" Ben steps forward and Chrissy holds her hands up to stop him. "Mom?" His voice shakes. She takes in the moment, regret resting heavy on her chest, taking her breath away. So many things she should have done differently. An agonized shout rends the air, and Chrissy glances toward the front office, half expecting Hogan to have his weapon trained on them. He isn't there yet, but she's out of time. She presses her lips together. Reggie rises, eyes widening as more screams fill the air, and Chrissy says in a voice that brooks no argument, "Get under your desk and don't move. Ben, go with her." Chrissy takes one last look at her son, at Reggie, one more long, heart-wrenching look. "Don't come out unless I tell you to or the police do. Call 911. I love you." Her voice cracks and she cannot keep herself from looking at Reggie's beautiful face, stalling for one more precious moment to make sure her message is received by both. She flicks the lights off, closes the office door, and slides into her seat at the receptionist's desk. It's where she sits every day as Reggie's paralegal and has for the last 18 months. She loves her job, loves impressing her boss, loves her boss. But she can't think about that now. Hogan turns the corner and stalks toward her, not stopping until he's standing on the other side of her desk with a semi-automatic rifle leveled at her. "Where is she?" Raising her hands, Chrissy shows him she's not a threat. "She's in court." "Don't lie to me." His eyes are bloodshot and wild, jumping from Chrissy's face to behind her. He looks like he slept in his clothes, black stone-washed jeans with a wide swath of dirt smeared across his thighs, and a navy t-shirt with a hole near his belly button. Nausea rolls through Chrissy when she realizes the dirt is dried blood. "I want Esposito. She ruined my life!" Spittle hits the desk and Chrissy flinches. He wiggles the rifle in her face. "Tell me where she is." A pregnant pause, blankets them, and Chrissy takes a deep, calming breath, not surprised when it does nothing to keep her heart from beating a mile a minute. She rises. Look, you seem upset. Let me get you some coffee, and we can talk about it. You like it with the cream and 2 sugars, right? I remember from the last time you were here. You know, Reggie's been researching ways to appeal your case. I can go over it with you, help you. She steps to her right, standing in front of Reggie's office door, even as he swivels to keep the rifle trained at her heart. She's shaking like a leaf, and with every moment that passes, she becomes more afraid he'll shoot her and step over her dead body to get to Ben and Reggie. I don't want your help. His voice sounds like a foot dragging through gravel. Roaring, Chrissy lunges, tackling the man's knees. She hears a crack, a scream, and shots, so loud Chrissy can't make sense of the other noises around her. Glass shatters, voices shout. Hogan falls down and she bounces against the ground, hanging onto his legs even as his fists rain down on her back and blood splatters against her skin. She scrabbles up Hogan's body, pulls the rifle away, and strikes his chin with the butt of the weapon. Pain radiates through her, but she doesn't know why. Am I shot? Am I going to die? She shifts to get a better look at him and screeches, a sharp pain racing through her torso. Her left side is burning, and she can't focus on where the pain originates. All she knows is it hurts. Against her wishes, her body sags, and she rests against him, even as bile rises in her throat. Pounding, that's what she hears. The pounding of her heart, of her head, of her blood. It overtakes her, consumes her. Blackness flitters along the edges of her vision, and the sounds converge. As the pain intensifies, she can taste the pain, thick and pungent. As arms pull her off the unconscious man, she hears Reggie's worried voice and her son's cries, and she knows she's protected the 2 people she loves most in this world. She's glad about that. She tries to sit up and shrieks, the white-hot pain lancing through her body, slicing through her mind. Panting, her eyes slip closed, and she concentrates on not moving. Christina, you're going to be all right. Soft fingers stroke through her hair and cup her cheek. Chrissy works hard to open her eyes. Devices beep and urgent voices float around her as she struggles to remain conscious. Christina, don't you dare leave me. You fight. Damn it, you have to fight. Reggie's voice splinters across Chrissy's consciousness. She tries to keep her eyes open, tries to speak, but she's tired and cold. Her body trembles and she grits her teeth, waves of pain flowing through her like a relentless tide. It doesn't matter, Chrissy mumbles, having trouble focusing on Reggie's worried face. I don't. She falls silent. And it's okay. Not that she's hurt, but that they're not. She closes her eyes, ready to let it all go. But before the pain overwhelms her, before the cold envelops her, before the blackness cloaks her, she hears Reggie utter 4 incredible, life-changing words. You matter to me. Thanks.